My name is Melissa Jones. I work at the Kennedy Space Center as the Division Chief of Operations for Exploration Ground Systems Program, which is a part of the Artemis campaign, and this is my origin story. I am a third-generation space kid. My grandparents worked in the space program, and so did my parents, and so we were always around engineering and different things like that. In fact, my dad was an electronics engineer, just like I'm an electrical engineer, and he would always have old CB radios and different things like that in the garage. And I would just go out there most of the time when nobody knew where I was, kind of just chilling in the evening or whatever. And I would take his tools and I would take his radios apart and just to look at them and stuff like that. So I think from a pretty early age, in addition to my exposure to space and just it being normal to walk outside and look at a launch in my front yard, I was always trying to tinker and, fix things and put things back together and take them apart. I have had a couple of those moments in my life. I was in high school and I was trying to figure out what to do with my life. And so I was doing some internships. I had an internship in the International Space Station program over the summer. I was fortunate enough to be chosen for an internship, and I got to crawl around inside of space hardware and take pictures and create a web page. And that was a pretty cool experience. And during the same time frame in my senior year of high school, I was always also in something called the medical academy at the high school that I went to, because I thought I wanted to be a doctor. And when I compared the two of those, I really drove me towards engineering from what I originally wanted to be a heart surgeon. I basically decided that after my exposure to the real world, I realized that engineering was really more what I was interested in pursuing. Another reason why, in addition to that first internship that I had with NASA and the medical industry, was, I was in college. I decided to do engineering. It was my senior year at University of Central Florida. And I was home visiting one Saturday in February, or one weekend in February. And I was up getting some coffee, and my mom called and she said, turn on the news. And she hung up the phone. And she was the NASA quality inspector that was at the shuttle landing facility waiting for Columbia to come home. And we all know Columbia never came home. It really hit us hard. And so it just kind of reiterated the fact that I was in the right place, because not only was I excited about going into engineering and space, but at that point I had this compelling mission, right, to fix whatever was wrong or to be a part of the solution to make human spaceflight safe. Safety is always the most important, especially when you're talking about crew. Project success, a lot of people think it's about technical, being a subject matter expert. But what I have learned is that project success is really about being able to build a cohesive team that communicate well and like each other and can work on hard things, because when you're having a great day, everything's great, right? It's how you handle the stress, how you handle the unexpected challenges that really make or break whether something's successful. And so to me, that it's more the soft skills and more of the ability to build a team, integrate well, communicate effectively, give each other the benefit of the doubt, assume positive intent, because, that's when you really have project success. And so at the end of it, not only have you had success technically in whatever project, whether it's a satellite or, building a procedure together, whatever it ends up being, but you have the satisfaction that you did it with other people who you actually have a relationship with, and that perpetuates to other projects, right? So now I have a network of people who I worked well with, who I enjoyed working with, and having that relationship with other people and being successful at those soft skills not only helps you now in the near-term project success, but it actually helps you long-term as well.